Hello everyone, today I'm in Visalia with cross country and track coach Joe Gonzales. Thanks for joining me today.
No problem.
I'll start with the first question. How long have you coached cross country and track?
I've been coaching for 30 plus years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I started as an assistant coach at Exeter, and then the head coach decided she wanted to retire, and they put me to be a head coach. And the first year, I had both my daughters on the cross country team, and we won Valley that year.
That's cool. You got to win with your daughters.
Pardon me?
You got to win Valley with your daughters?
Yeah, with my daughters.
Did you compete in cross country and track before you became a coach?
I ran track in high school, but I did not do cross country. I played football.
So you, instead of cross country.
Yeah, instead of cross country.
What made you decide to become a coach?
Okay, I'll try to say this as nice as possible. I went to my daughter my oldest daughter was a freshman. I went to the first practice, and I'd been running with her all summer to get her ready for practice. And they sat there and they jogged, which we call the canal in Exeter, and back, and it's a total of about 2.5 miles. I said, okay, that's a good warm up. And the coach goes, okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I said, okay, and it went like that for 2 weeks. Of course, I started having my daughter do a little bit more. So I kind of just, hey, can I help you out? She goes, yeah, it's okay. And little by little, I started feeding her more information. She became a better coach.
So that is enough running for them?
Yeah, and then the next year, she asked me to be an assistant, and then the next year, she retired, and I became the head coach.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part about coaching?
Making the athletes better. It doesn't matter how, I don't care how good or they're not good. I really like to see them improve a lot, and that happens every time. As long as they listen, and I just love being around the kids because it makes me younger, makes me feel younger. Like this.
How much should high school kids run to improve their stamina and speed?
I'll have a system where if freshman year they come in, whether it was a guy or girl, and they run between 35 and 40 miles. The next year they run between 40 and 45, and then the junior and senior year, if they were doing that, then they start to get to pick. They might be able to jump to 50 or 60. However, that's with running 7 days a week, their religion permitting, that is. And one of the greatest coaches that I consider my mentor and friend, he was asked at a clinic, and I was there. He said, should high school kids run every day? And he answered, do they eat every day? So I knew I was on the right track. So.
The mental aspect of running is so important. How do you get kids to become tougher mentally so they can become better runners?
Okay, that's a really good question, and you're right. A lot of people don't realize that. I get tons of stuff that I print out. I'll probably look at 100 things before I say, okay, this one makes sense, and I'll print it out. A lot of times I add stuff to it, but I'm always giving them handouts. Like these guys, I gave a booklet with a lot of stuff in there, how to get mentally tough, and I'm always learning too. That's why I keep going to clinics. For perfect examples, I've always preached that you should have imagine your race. It's called imagery, right? Okay, this is the way it goes, and then they say the more you do that, the easier it is, which is great. I always did that, but I finally read somewhere that said, don't ever imagine a race without imagining the pain that comes with the race, because you have to realize that. Like, they know Woodward Park, and they know when they get to a certain part how it's really hard. So now you guys got to think, oh yeah, you're tired and stuff, but you got to tough it out. So, they know it works, and they read it, and all the papers. I mean, I probably kill a lot of trees because with all the papers and hand out.
What is your best memory from coaching?
I would say my first Valley Championship with my daughters. That was because we weren't supposed to win, and everybody improved. And my youngest daughter was the fastest one on the team, and my oldest daughter was number 5 on the team. But just winning with both of them was great.
But you're the underdogs for that year?
Yeah, we probably ranked like 3rd or 4th. So, and then the worst thing about it is, for some reason, it took them like 30 minutes to figure out how to add it. I think that they probably said, wait a minute, Exeter? No way, let's do that again.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Do you model your coaching style after any other coaches?
Oh yeah. His name's Joe Gonzales, and he's one of the greatest coaches, period. But to show you how great of a coach he is, when he was at Adams State, that's a Division II college. 1 year, they run 10K at 6.2 miles. At
Wow.
the national championships, his team got a perfect score. That means they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then pack time. That's called pack time is the time in between the first guy and the fifth guy. Their pack time was 4 seconds.
He is
So
a
the
great
first
coach.
and fifth guy finished within 4 seconds.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have his,
Impressive.
and if I ever need anything from him, I'll email him or text him. He gets right back to me. I've actually had him do a couple clinics for us in Visalia, and he's just an awesome coach. He's an Olympic coach. He's
Wow.
retired from Adams State and became an Olympic coach. And so that's my guy.
What advice do you have for kids who want to get into cross country or track but don't have any running experience?
Right now, I would say go out for cross country or track, both at the junior high level. Ridgeview has a really good coach right now, and Pete, right? Yeah, Pete. And so I know what he's doing. Golden West, Golden West. What's the other school? Green Acres. Green Acres. Their coach is pretty good. By that I mean they don't hurt anybody. Don't run them too hard or anything like that. And Pete, he does a really good job. So that would be my advice. And second, if you didn't have the opportunity to do any of those, try to start running with the coach as early as possible. June, right after school or something like that. And usually the coaches will have summer running. So.
That's good advice. Thank you. Those are all the questions I have for today.
Yeah, thanks for the questions.